This is broken. It's broken. Wow, we suck at this now, huh?
I don't think it was us. I think it was
Take a month away and all of a sudden everything's broken and I'm like screaming in the background, it's broken!
Oh, I hit that dead center. Okay.
What is up, guys? We are back. I want to start with an apology. I am solely the reason that we didn't go weekly every week. It had nothing to do with the enthusiast adventurer, tree climber, jersey rolling fiend.
Shark tooth finder, scrapbooker.
Yeah. I had a 8 video backlog and a bunch of stuff that I had to do. So I opted to, rather than give you guys a half-ass episode every week, we're going to do kind of a review of our month throughout the summer and just kind of go over what we've been doing, whether we've been fishing or building shelters in the wilderness or whatever the hell we've been doing. And we're going to do that throughout the summer. And then we'll probably have some guests on at some point. There may be some surprise episodes where we just have guests that I do that the adventurer is not part of.
That's me.
But, yeah, so what have you been up to since you left Vermont? Because that's pretty much the last time we publicly talked.
I've been heartbroken since I left Vermont. Your girl's single now, so she's on all them dating apps, and that's just...
Yeah. That explains
wild.
why she's been ignoring me lately. She's been
yes.
she's been swiping right and left all the days and not paying attention to me.
Anybody that's like under 5'3", I'm immediately like, yep, yep, yep.
Fair enough.
That's my standards. No, not really. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot going on. The bus is back home. Everything held up pretty well. I think the kayak mount, you got to see. I love it. I love the way that I can load and unload my kayak on the bus. It's like very efficient. We put like a winch on there, a crank, but it's just easier to actually walk the kayak up. It drops down into like the slot that I've created.
Yep.
And then just ratchet strap it. I'm like a pro at it. It's great.
It's muscle building.
Yeah, it's muscle memory. I'm training for a cycling marathon at the end of September. So a lot of bicycling and stuff, which is boring, but also like it's good exercise actually. I'm kind of enjoying it.
Just think of it as training for the pedal drive.
That's why when I was gone for those 2 weeks, I was like, Eric, he's my cousin who I'm doing this with. I said, I've been training every day. I'm on a kayak. I'm like, I'm getting those steps in. And I actually just started today finally getting an idea of what I want to do with my kayak crate trailer cart thingy.
Yep.
So I have 3 different kiddie trailers for like bicycles that I'm going to be turning into one ultimate system.
Okay.
And I'm actually super excited for that. I need something to do during the summer aside from like working because I don't like the heat. So my dad's garage has an air conditioner and I'm drawing up some plans and getting some ideas. What is going on? You're blurry.
Yeah, so guys, for awareness, anybody who's watching this on the live, who's not listening to this on Spotify, first of all, you should probably come watch it on the live. But Binya cheaped out and stopped paying for the upgraded version of the streaming service because we're not doing this every month and it's costing me like $20 a month for something that I'm not using. That being said, apparently
I ain't dishing it out for you.
No,
I look great.
If anybody wants to sponsor me and throw some money at the podcast, I'll be more than happy to start doing that again. But unfortunately, it's a situation where it's not really financially worth it to have 1080p recording. I don't know why mine's going blurry though. I
don't know. The spotlight is on me this week.
Something. You're just like, I think I need to move closer. I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
I can't focus on my face.
But yeah, a lot of fun things are happening for me. I'm editing.
I know that. I'm so proud of you on.
I'm editing, and I have like 3 or 4 videos scheduled at this point to come out. I'm gonna do.
Is it
Oh
4
God,
videos?
I hate putting it out there. He goes 4. I don't want to put it out there because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm gonna be doing monthly videos. So I'm just gonna do 1 video a
Yep.
month for a while. Get back into the swing of things. I have so many things that I'm adjusting in my life, and I just need to like balance it all out. And
Yep.
if I can get one video that I'm like proud of at the end of a month, like, and I just mean like one video uploaded. Obviously, I can do a lot more editing wise
Right.
and sorting and getting my life together. But the pressure of trying to do it every week, it like I can't do that. Not now, anyway. Oh, Mike is just playing with all of the settings for those of you. I also, in the world's biggest news, I finally saw. I didn't even see the whole movie. I just saw the last scene of Wicked. So I have Defying Gravity stuck in my damn head
I have
for the last
seen
3
so
days.
much of that damn freaking movie because every time I launch a couple of my apps that I watch stuff on, it's like the
Mhm.
freaking movie that's like playing. Like it's trying to get me to watch it so desperately.
Yep. Look to the western sky.
I'm
In
actually
my head.
going. I'm a child, so Sunday I'm going to see the Stitch movie. There's a backstory with that. Me and Nikki kind of have like an inside joke with the whole Stitch thing, so it's a long story. But um,
Mhm.
yeah, I used to find inappropriate Stitch in the female Stitch
Oh, this
memes,
guy.
and I used to send them to her. So it's kind of like an inside joke with us. But
Why are you my friend? Every once in a while, he'll say something, and I'm like, why the fuck am I friends with this guy? No, but I love you. It's all good.
because who else would call you in the middle of a tournament and ask an opinion and then call you out on it in the video? You guys will see that later. I've actually got you like in almost like
A
4 or 5 videos now where it's just like you're not even there. You're just like probably at home, and then I'm like, hey, I have a question.
lot. Yeah. Hey, listen, technically my advice did get you that bigger fish, just didn't get you the winning fish.
What a
So.
shit show that was too. I should send you a clip of just like what happened when I caught that fish.
Oh.
Foreshadowing for the guys in here because everybody that's in here is like one of my regulars.
Hey,
In the
everybody.
last Slay Nation tournament, I caught a fish with 10 minutes left.
Nice.
And it was right next to shore with the wind blowing on the shore. And I ran into a dock, ran my drive into the ground, was trying to measure the fish while my kayak is slamming against the dock. It was just sheer chaos, and I was so stressed out about it because keep in mind that was after having already fished an 8-hour slot series tournament the day before, so I was exhausted. So
Yeah. Fun. Fun, fun, fun.
I'm going back up next weekend for another slot series on that same lake I did the first one on. But
Hi. I
uh,
am going fishing this weekend. My cousin got one of the I don't know what model it is, but he got a Vibe pedal drive
yep,
kayak that
cool.
he's been dying to get, like, $1,500 on Marketplace, had all the bells and whistles. And
Yep.
I was like, do it. So he's like ready to, he's itching to get out there. So we're gonna do a little send locally, and I really want to do another water gap trip, which is like the Delaware water gap. It's like a river send almost,
Okay.
smallmouth, pike, muskie, largemouth, walleye, but like rapids and that type of trip. So
Got
now
it.
that he's got the ability, I'm like, let's go, and it's
I'm
only an hour.
still half-ass committed to coming down for like a fall send because I know you don't do major summer sends. I'm
Hmm.
thinking about like before things ice up here, but it's
Oh, I'm
getting
like,
like up here. There's that like
we don't ice
window
up.
and like it's gonna be tricky because I'm gonna have to make sure time around hunting where you're not in Pennsylvania doing the hunting thing.
Yeah, I was
But
just gonna say,
um, yeah, good question,
you're
Adam.
doing great. You're
I
doing
thought
great.
I
What?
messaged that to Janelle and she didn't. She
Did
replied.
you not? I'm gonna freak out. Is he here? Have we
I
not
sent it. I
sent?
sent it to you
Why would you send it to me?
because you're the supposed to be the organized one.
No. Adam, this is why I'm the non-co-host.
So,
I am sorry. Let's see.
I feel like I messaged it to you.
Why would you message it to me?
Catching up in the chat. Brody, I'm going to say this because I did say I would say this on the chat. I didn't get to bring you on it, but you did kick my ass in the last slot series. I did not catch up to you in second place. I tried. Ran out of time. So you definitely deserve that second place finish. Are you doing, Brody, are you doing the June one still?
Question mark.
Is this about bass fishing? It's about anything we feel like talking about, Drew. Actually, but
honestly, fishing, camping. There's some hunting. There's DIY stuff. It's mostly fishing. You're not wrong. Mike is like the fishing.
Janelle's Tinder preferences, whatever the fuck we bring up at the.
Anything under 5'4", 5'4", 5'3". Well, actually, don't say anything under. 5 foot to 5'4". I
was gonna say you could be like 2'3". Like I could be.
I'm 5'1", so I don't really want anyone super tall than me. It's just not my.
Okay, so Brody, if you sign up, you will be the second person to sign up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting worried that. It's always weird though, because I always think like there's not gonna be many people, and then all of a sudden, like,
out of nowhere,
30 people sign up on like the Wednesday before the tournament.
Isn't that how it goes?
I've been messaging Bobby about it a lot because I'm trying to like figure out ways to promote it because it's a fun tournament. Like it's really fun to like. It's a weird tournament because you have to think differently. Because you can't go target like entire sections of lake, like the last tournament that I just did, the slot series. You guys all see the video, but like I did all my fish catching on a 200-yard stretch of bank. And it's a bank that I normally just bypass when I fish that lake because every fish you catch is 14 inches. And it's just not worth... I can't say this. This sounds bougie. Like, it makes me sound like some sort of elitist fisherman. But, like, catching 25, 14 inches on a day when I'm not doing a tournament where they count isn't really that entertaining to me. It's just expensive because you go through 25 Senkos. Like, because it seems like every single one of them throws the bait before you get them back to the boat. I literally got to the point where I ordered for the next slot series, I ordered 3 bulk packs of Yum Dingers so that I'd stop using my expensive Senkos on these stupid fish.
That reminds me, I still have that little thing of the ones that you poured, the worms.
Oh, really?
I forgot to give them back to you, so I guess I have to come back up at some point. The last tournament I got my first fish at 8 and 2. Woo!
The chances are... like, you're probably not seeing me again till fall if I come down, or ice fishing, most likely, right? Yeah. I don't see you being able to come up for a summer send because you don't like the summer anyways. But
my dad will be up next week for another week. I was not invited. It was one of my uncle was going, and one of his buddies backed out, so they asked my dad, and I was just like, fine. But I don't like the heat. I am like, I'm going crazy now.
You know what's funny is, so last weekend was the first weekend that we had that was good weather.
Right.
Like, it was the first weekend of fishing that, like, no joke, was not 30-mile-an-hour wind and torrential downpour. The first weekend since March that's been like that. And I actually was frustrated from the heat by halfway through the day because I was like, oh, I forgot how much this sucks to deal with the heat part of it.
Yeah.
Because I've been wearing like 2 layers of sweatpants, two hoodies, and rain gear all summer so far. So then I had to like strip down to shorts. And it was weird. It felt weird to be... And then I burned to hell. Like, worse than I did the day I was with you. Yeah.
Will you stop doing that?
It was bad.
Somebody send Mike all of the sunblock in the world. You're lucky I had a copper tone. It was like this big little spray bottle, and it was almost out. And I look over at him, and he's like, can I have that? And I'm like, your legs.
Yeah, it was bad. You guys should have seen that day. You won't even see that day because I didn't make a video for that day, but...
Oh, I do not melt in the sun, in the heat. I get heat exhaustion. Oh my
Okay,
god, I fainted. Should we tell the people how I fainted?
yeah, I'm confused about that. So you fainted. I get this random picture of Janelle in the hospital, and I'm like, it's because you haven't been fishing in too
Yeah,
long.
yeah. It's because I'm heartbroken and I haven't been fishing. No. So my aunt got her knee surgery, so she got her knee replaced, and me and my cousin, her daughter, went to go see her, and I was just like,
Let
all
me go
right, like
shut that window because that
that
traffic
would
is
be
awful.
helpful. Oh my god. Everybody look at Mike's butt. Mike's
That's
butt.
awful.
Mike's butt. Huh, huh. Mike's butt. My wife sells Mary Kay sunblock now. That's
Hey,
expensive. That's expensive, but you'll look glamorous. Um, I don't like hospital. I don't like needles, but I don't like hospitals in general. But I was like, you know what? I'll go. We'll visit her. It'll be fine. I didn't really eat anything that morning, but I did have some coffee, so like my sugar levels were already amped up. When we got there, she had just tried to stand up for the first time after her surgery, and all of her vitals dropped. They were in the 40s. Like she was pale as a ghost and wasn't doing too hot. So they were like, let's get you situated. And I'm over there holding her hand, and they're like tilting her back in the bed so that her blood can like pump properly. And they're getting all of her IVs and everything situated, and I'm getting like worked up. I'm like, like you're fine, like relax. But
right.
when you're worked up like that, you're already there. And the guy comes in to check her blood, and he did the little finger prick. All he did was pricked her finger, and did the little blood test. And I watched him do it, so I saw the little blood bubble. And when I looked back up, I'm seeing stars, and I'm like, no, like you're not gonna faint. It's fine. Close your eyes and breathe. And then I remember waking up in her lap because I had fainted right on top of her. Luckily, I wasn't over her knee. I pretty much fell on her chest. Like I was holding her hand, and then I just
Gotcha.
whoosh. And everyone was like, "What are you doing? Get off of her!" And I'm like twitching a little bit. I was out.
What baffled me about that whole scenario, though, was so you said, like, I saw blood and I passed out. And I didn't have all the details. And I was like, nice. So when I saw that comment, I was like, you passed out from blood. And I'm like, you saw me, like, running blood down my fucking elbow when I
I think it's
pinched
like,
myself in that ground blind. And I was like,
yeah.
that had to have been worse than what you saw at the hospital, but it
I
was just a
think
situation.
I think it's hospital environments or anything like
Okay.
that. But basically, it's called vasovagal, and
Okay.
it's a trigger from like a memory or a high stress moment or a traumatic experience, and then it's also the sight of blood. So it was like a
Gotcha.
combination. I
So it's
don't do
like,
well with blood in general. Like that situation, I was fine. If it's me, I'm okay. But if you were like seriously hurt, like if there was like an actual accident or something, like I really can't help.
I guess that kind of makes sense because I was
Yeah.
just like literally running to a fish while dripping blood all the way to the tip up. So I didn't obviously care. So it was
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
less of a mental concern that you had there because I was just like, oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna go get this fish now.
Yeah, no. If like your finger was like hanging off, there'd be a whole different version of
I
me that you were gonna see.
been there, done that
Yeah,
too.
I
But
know. That's yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not a diabetic, thank God. I can't handle hospital. I can't. That was the first, and it's gonna be the only time I was a patient in a hospital. Knock on that
yeah,
freaking wood.
I
It's
have.
just not something that I am good with. It's a thing. It's very common. The doctor that came to check on me, he said his wife passes out when she gets the flu shot. She
Some people with
faints.
needles. Yeah,
Some people, yeah, it's just, yeah. I'm cursed with that. I'm 5'1", and you didn't have far to fall.
that's true. That's awesome.
My aunt was like, "Ow, Janelle, that hurt," and my cousin was behind me. She's like, "Not the time," because she thought I was like being silly. Then
That's funny.
she
She
realized that
realized you were actually out.
my feet were dangling because I was over the bar, like I was on top.
This is why you always record, Janelle.
That's why there's a photo shoot because I was like, take pictures of this.
Yeah.
We'll laugh about it because I was pale. I was like, white as a ghost. My lips were blue. Like,
Yep.
but then I made best friends with the woman that brought me snacks and stuff. The
That's
nurse,
cool. Yeah, I'm
but she was taller than 5'4", so
I'm so like, it's gonna sound really pathetic, but like I'm actually burned out with my local lakes.
It's not pathetic. I get it. It's part of the reason why, aside from the heat, it's part of the reason why I never really fish in the summer either. Because yeah, it's just
The
like choked out and pressured, and it's just like I don't
well,
really want to.
they're spraying my home lake today.
Yes, they are. They
Yeah,
are.
so
Maybe
mad
it'll kill
about
the
it.
freaking water moccasin that tried to kill me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't try to kill
Um,
me, but
and so you know what they did see? That may not have been a moccasin. They've seen timber rattlers down further down. So there's a mountain range up here that has like this weird hybrid version of
I'm never
timber
coming back.
rattlers.
I'm never coming back.
And
No.
the timber rattlers like have like there's like a rattlesnake mountain around here that like literally has like a mountain that they live on, but those will swim in water too. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe some of them made them down to yeah.
I could see, you can't really see it in the video, but I could see like the patterns on it. So it was either a moccasin or it was,
It was a
regardless,
weird
it's a
looking snake.
venomous snake, and I did not like it. Thank God it was
Yeah.
away. I probably wouldn't have gotten on the water for a while if like that went, if that snake had
Yeah.
gone any
I don't like
direction towards
snakes.
us, I was out.
I hate snakes. So yeah, so if you guys are wondering why I'm going against my word too, so I know it's not the last Thursday of the month. So I have 3 weeks in a row of 4 day weekends. So Juneteenth, my wife's graduating from nursing school, so going to the graduation, have that day off. Fishing all this weekend. Next weekend I'm camping, so that's gonna be some really cool content. Then the following weekend is 4th of July, and I already have Fridays off, so I took Thursday off, so I have another 4 day weekend. So, um, I was supposed to, and yeah, this is a comment from Scarmar. I'm posting a sign in Somerset that says Mike never found. Yeah, so I'm actually going down there. I'm thinking and it's probably actually Scott from Honor. Tell me if this is dumb. I'm thinking about coming down on the Thursday, so Thursday, July 3rd, so the day before the 4th of July. But is that place like a madhouse because it's one of those places that's like a national forest that you can camp? So is it going to be loaded with people on a Thursday, or
Right.
are the campers going to move in on a Friday? Because I'm thinking about coming down on the 3rd of July. It's kind of my plan. For those of you who are kind of confused about the random conversation that I'm having with one of the
My
people
belly
in the
button.
chat, there's a lake that Scott Vermonter's been trying to get me to meet up with them on because it's down by them. It's a huge reservoir that has state land all the way around it, and a lot of people do like primitive camps and stuff like that there. It's a place that I think when Janelle comes up next year, we're gonna make a point to go down and bring the bus down there. It's actually way further south, so you could probably make it there instead of sleeping in Walmart's parking lot, and then I could meet
I
you there.
I love a Walmart parking lot. I feel so comfortable in a Walmart parking lot. It's not even funny.
So I'm not necessarily concerned about camping there as much, Scott, as just fishing, but is the lake going to be just so loaded with people it's not worth my time? That's the whole thing I'm concerned about. But I'm trying to do a camp out with Bobby down there because it's actually, weirdly enough, it's closer to Bobby than it is me.
Yeah.
It's far enough south that it's actually closer to Bobby and Mass than it is me here. But
I mean, hey, with this $185 that I just made, I can drive almost 2 hours in the bus.
you should make a little bit more money and come up and meet me,
No. It's an automatic no.
or we find somewhere in the middle.
I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
I'm almost getting there.
You're
See that? You
not.
see that
I just
face?
all I can think of is how hot it's gonna be and how I'm not gonna want to fish in the
Yeah.
heat.
No, I am seriously thinking about like when we get into that fall
Hmm.
um range where like the temperature up here sucks, it's cold, and the fishing starts to fall off. Um
Yeah, that's true.
oh, I can imagine down in New Jersey it's bad.
We come out of the woodwork, bro. There's a Walmart parking lot. There you go. solved.
Oh, trust me, Scott. Yeah, that's the first conversation I had with Janelle when she's coming up. Hey, is it okay for me to park in the Rutland Walmart parking lot? To which I said, get the fuck out of there as soon as you can and go to a different spot.
Scott, I literally was like, all right, this is where I'm at. Like, I'm done. I'm wiped out. And then I just texted him on a whim because there was 2 police guards out front.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what's the situation? He was like, leave. And I was like, oh, no.
My exact response was, is this parking lot good to park in? And I'm like, depends. Do you want discount heroin or do you want to sleep for tonight? Because that parking lot is terrifying after dark. So
It was.
Honestly, though, that trip was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was less, like, less mayhem. We had some mishaps, like, you know, somebody going to the wrong ramp the first day. But
Whatever.
we really didn't have, like, a lot of drama and conflict. It was just hang out, fish, do the thing.
I didn't get tired of Mike. I didn't want to kill Mike. I did not talk to Mike for, like, 2 months.
I don't know if that's true. You did get a couple days where you were kind of not happy with me.
Okay, this is
yeah.
This is like the testament of like me being a friend with someone. Mike got he's gotten the full range of Janelle emotions from the ice fishing trip and from the kayak fishing trip. When I'm not catching fish, I don't care if it's a bluegill that's this big. Yeah. If I'm not catching fish, I turn into something that I'm not proud of, but I can't stop it. It's just the worst version of me. I'm cranky, I'm irritated, I'm like frustrated. I'm trying to be positive, but those just shutting me right down. But when I'm catching fish, I'm dancing.
Singing,
I'm making jokes, I'm singing. Like I'm but not if I'm not catching fish.
Here's what I learned, guys, fishing with Enthusiast Adventurer. When she's not catching fish, you have to put her in timeout. You have to just let her go do her thing, and she'll come find you when she's ready.
Because that's true.
If you try to follow her around and stay close to her and keep trying to make conversation with her,
she'll yell at you.
She gets progressively angrier throughout the time. And then eventually just goes completely silent, and that's the moment when it's time to just go catch a fish on a tree and then come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard. The mental battle is. I was like, Mike, this is why I can't fish tournaments. He's like, you would not make it. I'm like, no.
If you guys could actually see the footage I don't put in tournament videos.
Yeah, right.
And you guys actually, you don't get to see it, but Janelle gets to see it because sometimes Janelle gets a phone call where I'm fucking pissed or stressed out or don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. That's how I am in tournaments. Like that tournament at Carmi, it sucked because I probably caught 10, 15 fish, which is a good day in general.
Yeah.
And my average was probably like 14 inches, but I knew 14-inch fish weren't going to do it to win a tournament, right?
Right.
So it was like pissing me off because I was already tired, right? And then on top of it, I forgot my headphones. And you know how I am. Like, I'm the same way you are. Like, I need headphones to distract my ADHD. There's literally a scene, and I want you guys to watch for it in that tournament video, where I have an entire conversation with myself. Where I'm like, should I go fish that dock? Should I fish this shoreline? Maybe I should go over there. Man, if I really got a 19-incher, that would sound... Like, I was having an entire internal monologue externally on the video. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put this in so everybody understands what it's like fishing me. You can ask Bear Fishing, as a matter of fact. Go in his comment section of his next video and ask him what it's like fishing a tournament with me. Because he'll message me and go, dude, we haven't talked in 2 hours. What the fuck is going on? And I'm like, I'm just so angry right now. I need to figure out what's going on.
I'm so angry. Mike, let's play pop quiz. These are headphones. What bag do they go in?
Which bag do they go in?
What? They're orange, so what category did Janelle put them in?
Category.
Okay. What hobby of mine goes with Safety orange.
Probably ice fishing, isn't it?
No. Ice
No?
fishing's blue.
Oh, ice fishing's blue. Shit, right.
What's the other one? Come on.
Fuck, what is the orange? Why don't I know that? I feel like I should know this.
It's my hunting stuff.
Is it hunting stuff?
Yeah, my hunting
Hunting
gear
stuff orange,
accessories
right?
orange. See, look. Blue is for
Yeah.
red is for my car. This is actually like my everyday one now. But yeah, we color code our headphones in this house.
I'm still wondering why you didn't buy that bus that I sent you the picture of. I saw a full size version of Janelle's bus, even with the same paint colors almost. It was like
I
half the
love
right teal.
I love my baby just how she is. She just needs air and that little diesel heater thing that you got last year. And we will be I
That
am
thing is
unstoppable. Every trip that I take, I'm like, oh my god, no one's ever gonna see me. Just me and the bus.
we're doing so ice fishing. I've already committed to this. We're gonna do 2 days at Carmi, I think.
I feel like that would be worth it.
Just go up there and stay for 2 days. Just stay right in the parking lot and have the
Right.
auger this time and everything. So
Or two, depending on what my budget looks like.
yeah,
Either I buy yours and you upgrade.
that's possible.
It depends on, well, I mean, it's not even like, if I have ice down here, it's not like you're going to ship me your auger. We'll find out. We'll find that out. Because for me, the drill auger does work. Because I only have,
Yeah.
like, barely 5 inches of ice. It's not like
Yeah, and I
14.
have the shanty now too, so we'll be able to use that. It's not insulated, but it's big enough. It'll be big enough for us to like.
Right.
The way it's made has 2 doors.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
nice.
so we can sit on either corner. We won't have necessarily enough room to like cross each other, but essentially if we fish the middle,
Yeah.
we can go out our respective doors and it will be perfect for us to just hang out.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. And like I said, I'm like really wanting to, and I just have to figure out the logistics of it, of when I kind of want to come down in the fall. Like I said, when the weather starts to get shitty here, because I feel like if maybe I'm mistaken this, but I feel like you told me that like in the fall that the snakehead bite kind of comes back because the water dropped a little bit in temperature or something like
Yeah,
that.
it'll come back as will, all the bites.
Right.
Adam probably knows more than me because I don't really fish the fall. But
So you guys might notice a logo that looks awfully familiar from this guy, and then in the bottom corner, I'm officially pro staff for Stoneman and Sons. I actually got a couple paint jobs pending with him, and I'm gonna probably be doing a custom one at some point that I'm gonna design with him as well. So
you should paint my
um,
knife. Should give him a challenge.
if you guys want a custom bait though,
Yeah.
hit him up. I actually sent him a photo of a bait, just literally a photo, screenshot of the bait from Berkeley's website, and he made me a lipless that was almost like perfect color match.
Yeah.
Like ideal color. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be using that probably tomorrow.
Nice.
So
Well, I'll tell you, I told like I was saying when we were fishing, my crankbait and jerkbait boxes will be growing for my next trip with you because I can't do that here, but your lakes
they love them,
they love
and it's
them.
all
So
year. It's not
yeah.
just like cold water or hard
Right.
bottom. Like literally, we're using crankbaits over submergent grass, which is like not what you're supposed to do, but it works.
Right. I can use it on the water gap. See, the water gap, I would fish more if I had someone to go with me because that's a body of water. Like, it's rapids.
Yeah.
There's some dangerous spots. You definitely shouldn't do a solo trip there, but
Right.
oh my God, if I could, I would a lot. I would
Yeah.
do it a lot. But I fished it years ago with him in my native, and I don't know where this footage went. This is Janelle's curse. Um,
Common
we
theme.
It's a common theme because it's different than like a tangible item that I can sort and finally know where it is. When I'm sorting videos, I get lost no matter how methodical and organized they think I am.
You guys may not understand partly why we went monthly with this podcast is because I had an 8 video backlog that I got down to 5, but I'm making 3 videos every week. So it gets to the point where I had two sets of videos I deleted by accident because I thought I labeled them wrong.
Oh.
And I only have, just for perspective, and this is a nerdy conversation to have, but I have over 10 terabytes of footage that's on hard drives from
Yeah.
videos that I've uploaded and that's just the stuff I've saved. That's not just raw, like me not catching fish. That's 10 terabytes of like me catching fish, stuff I've used in videos. And so you start to like, unless you build a true system of keeping track of those SD cards and figuring out what goes with what video. Like I actually mixed up our footage.
I did too. And I don't know how I did. I
So I
literally
mixed up the
was
two
doing
Hortonia
it
days.
at the time. Oh. And
So I
Chip was
had I had the back footage from one day and the front footage from another day in the video. And I'm editing it and I'm like, I'm not even wearing the same shirt in that video. What in the hell is this? And then I'm like, oh, this isn't the same day.
yeah. I was talking
So
about Adam. I was talking about like the fall bite in New Jersey, like what that looks like. Especially because this one wants to catch snakehead. She's just doing weird shit. I don't. I assume that you fish in the fall, Adam, but I don't. I mean, I actually, Adam, and I know I keep saying this, but I have a really good video idea that I want to do this fall, and I'm hoping possibly maybe you'll let Janelle camp out on your land. Please? Maybe. We'll talk about it. I've yet to be
so
on his land. I feel terrible.
something I thought about doing is I'm gonna say it. Somebody's gonna clip this, but I'm thinking about doing a 3-way collab with me, you, and try to get Swamp Rat from Bass and Brews,
All right.
and see if he
I'm down.
wants to come down and see if he wants to meet up, and then we all just go to some lake somewhere and do a fishing send down there. So I have his cell phone number now, so I can actually call him because I was
There
on
you
their podcast. So
Thank you for being here, Stoneman and Sons Lorco. He's got to go.
he's gonna get some stuff. He's gonna go paint my baits that I
Yep.
want that I
We
ordered.
appreciate you. Happy sales.
Seriously though, guys, if you're looking for like what I'm doing is I'm literally sending him baits that I can't get anymore, that the colors have been discontinued. I'm
Yeah.
sending him screenshots of those, and he's replicating them for me, so I don't have to have the fear of. Ask Janelle, like literally, I have a box of baits I don't fish unless it's a tournament because I'm afraid of losing them because I only
Yeah,
have
I'm like, what? He's like, I can't throw that
I
right
have to
now.
cut. I have to cut this off. Why? It's working.
He
Literally,
catches, yeah.
she's yelling at me. It's working, and I'm like, that's why I have to cut it off because I only have one of these, and I need it for the tournament.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
So I need
That's
to. I'm having him I'm actually making. I showed you that black one, right? That
Yes.
big one with the black and the purple and the green. I'm having him make me a
Mhm.
jerkbait with that color scheme.
I feel like you told me that when we were fishing, but so many things were said.
So I'm having him make me a jerkbait of that one and that brown crawy color that I showed you that I like. That like he made me a lipless of that, and I'm having to make me a jerkbait of that too.
Dude, that one that I was catching him on, that live target one, I really love that. Like, it's like a pearlescent, but it's all tans
Yeah.
and browns. Something about, and the rattle on that thing was nice. Yep, Janelle will be making, not anytime soon, but like probably during like Christmas time or like the New Year. That's when all the money comes in and you just
Yeah.
start like, oh, what can I buy? Yeah, definitely some crankbaits and some more jerkbaits coming my way. That Vision 110 was
Well, that's
doing
what. So
dirty.
Pete's blanks are a Vision 110 style blank.
Yeah, me and
So
Pete, we're
it's-
gonna have words. I've been trying so hard to catch a fish on the pig jigs lures, but I can't throw the Neds now because I can't really fish bottom here. It's all swampy. And you know what? I will bring the chatterbait with me on Saturday, and I'll try to fish that more.
You should.
They're like this big. They're gnarly. I mean, you guys, you need to check them out. They make some really great products. He sent us some, and like I've been trying. I gotta catch a snakehead on one, but I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen unless I put one of my giant blades on that tiny little lure. Maybe
if you guys actually see, I don't know if I have released it yet, but any video so far this year that I have caught a jig fish, a flipping jig fish on, is a pig jigs jig that I bought.
Nice.
Not something that was given to me. It wasn't a sponsor deal. It was literally I bought them because I liked the color of it, And I caught, matter of fact, the 5-pounder I caught when I was with you.
Yeah.
That was on that. That was a Pig Jigs jig. And that thing is, I have, not only have I caught probably 10 fish on it that were above 4 pounds, I've also buried it into 2 trees, got it back, and it's still sharp and still hooking fish. So whatever hook he uses in those is quality too, because I buried that thing into a tree one day and had
Right.
to I actually had to break the tree off to get the jig back.
Nice. Adam, Mike Centaur took me out on the Delaware. Oh my God, was it the weekend of the day after Memorial Day or something like that? We had a blast, dude, a blast. And now I'm like, dude, I wish that I wish I could learn the Delaware River a little bit better. I'm starting to, but I definitely have to fish that with the boat because those tugboat waves, they've crumbled over regular boaters and jet skiers. But try a net at Cooper River. Okay, thank you. See, I have resources here that I forget that I even have because I'm not used to
Yeah.
it. I'm like, oh yeah,
That's my mission for this weekend actually, is Ned.
the Ned
I suck
rig.
with a Ned so much. Like
He
I
does.
I use it and I suck with it, and then I switch to the wacky rig and I immediately start catching fish. Like literally that day we were on Carmi, we were running up and
Mhm.
down the bank and you were catching them on a net and I couldn't fucking do it. I cut it right off. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
So I'm actually going to lock
no
a
joke.
Ned in my hand for chit res practice, I think on
Well,
Saturday.
just think of it as a jig without a skirt.
And that's the thing though, it's what it is it's the way I fish a jig is wrong too. And that's
Okay,
the
okay.
problem.
Well, there you go. Secret to Ned is throw it out and don't move it. I hate that. It drives me nuts.
Oh my god, you should have seen her.
Listen,
Uh
listen. Yeah, no,
that was funny.
I'm a power fisherman. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a wacky worm. It could be a Ned rig. It could be a crankbait. It could be a spook. It could be I gotta feel what I'm doing or see what I'm doing, and I like movement. The only like when I cast a wacky worm, here's what Chanel does. She casts. It hits the water. She looks at the line. She waits like 4 seconds, and I like if there's not a fish on it, then I twitch it once or twice. 4 seconds, and then I reel it up, and I'm casting again.
She's
Like I am.
she's she's essentially jerk baiting with a wacky rig. That's kind of how she fishes it. Even when she claims she's sitting there watching it, but she's not
No.
sitting there watching it.
Yep. I can't.
She's giving it just a little bit of a wiggle. She's almost like doing like that dangle minnow forward facing sonar style, like wiggle with her rod while she's fishing any finesse bait at all.
Yeah.
It
I
really
like
is what it is. That's
I like
essentially
bumping
what you're
stuff off
doing.
the bottom and making them boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
dance. Do a little
it's
dance.
so you're not really fishing much soon. I'm assuming you're going out like once in a while, but really
I'm
kind
going
of
out this
low key.
weekend. Going out this weekend. I've got a lot of like projects that I want to do. So speaking of, so I have this you can call it an heirloom knife. It was my grandfather's, it was my dad's. So this used to be like a classic stag handle hunting knife, but as you guys can see, the tip totally broke off. And this was my grandfather's. I think he cleaned all of his deer with this knife, and then it was obviously given to my dad when he passed or before he passed. And when the knife tip broke, I just remember thinking like I've got to find a way to like remake this knife. So I've reached out to a couple people on Etsy and tried to find someone who could do it. And then I got impatient and I bought this guy. It's just too small like handle wise, but the blade profile is right. So I'm probably going to be modifying this to go with this and the old handles and all that. So that's a
I
little sentimental,
I know
project.
someone who makes knives.
Well, then hit them up because I'm not at a loss. I just don't like the finish on this blade. This was like a $15 knife. It's not gonna have the sharpest edge. It's not gonna hold a blade very well.
I
But if you
can
know somebody, let
yeah,
me know.
my buddy actually literally makes them out of he like recycles metal, so he was making them out of like leaf springs from cars and stuff and like
Oh,
smelting
I
it
love
all
that.
back down and like actually working the metal. He actually made when Matthew started hunting,
Mhm.
I actually had him make him like a hunting knife.
Oh, nice.
So it was
Then
like a
definitely.
custom
I
hunting knife.
need I need this with like the 3.5 inch blade
Okay.
back on it.
Okay.
And
Um.
I have the handle, I have the these are called pommels. I don't know why I would put that back on there. This thing, th these pieces, like I have all of the pieces.
You just don't
But
have a blade.
everybody on Etsy was like not giving me the runaround, but like not being clear with all the questions. Like I'm telling you, for a week straight, I was on there for multiple hours trying to like find someone, and it was just like stupid. No
So
hate, I'm just saying.
there's a reason, and this is something. Here's
Michael.
my excuse, Michael Bradley. So he says, I never fish a Ned, don't even care them, I'd rather watch paint dry. So here's the problem. I fish dead sticking finesse baits. It's not the time of it. What it is, and Janelle can now that she's fished my lakes, she understands. A lot of the lakes I fish, a Ned is not useful because the bottom is 4 inches of muck and then grass on top of that. So if you drop the Ned down there, unless they hit it on the fall, it's
Yeah,
not doing it. When it hits the bottom, it's completely gone. They're not going to hit it on the bottom. That being said, there is some places that I fish now that have complete hard bottom. The last lake that me and Janelle fished together is one of them that technique is useful, and I need to learn it. My next tournament lake is a hard bottom, clear water, smallmouth reservoir. Has largemouth too, but it's a quintessential like place that like you fish a Ned.
right.
And the forward facing sonar thing, that is a very good bait to use on that technique as well. So I need to just hammer down and just force my. The problem is there's a lot of things that I do that like don't make any sense, but also like there's certain baits that like I use specifically just because I in my mind think that color works better, but it's not necessarily the color. It's the fact that if I don't catch a fish in 10 minutes on one color, I immediately go back to a confidence color. Like I don't give other baits a chance, and that's where I need to like expand my horizons because I've missed the money on tournaments because I didn't find that one fish. And I need to
Right.
get that mentality out of my head that I keep doing the same thing and I keep getting
Yeah.
the same fish and then I don't change and then I get mad because, you know, I literally followed the same process and was getting the same fish and then was pissed off because what I was doing was working but not the way I wanted it to.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm like, why are you cutting that crankbait off? I can't lose it. That's catching a fish. It's the one that's catching.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times when I was getting frustrated, and then Mike's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, just, I'm like, look, I caught a red eye. He's like, yeah, whatever. If it's not over 4 pounds, I don't care. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Michael. I'm here to catch fish.
Yeah.
Look at it.
You know what's funny is like I caught so many rock bass the last time I went out. And it was just like I had told you like the last time I was here, I was like when you were here and you caught that rock bass, I was like, I haven't caught one of those in like a year and a half, and then I catch a shit ton once you leave. But
I bring the multi-species to a completed. Except I didn't catch a bluegill with you, which is crazy.
that
I
is
caught like
weird.
everything else.
You should have seen the bluegills I was seeing on Sunday. Like,
I mean, I was catching them on Champlain. Yeah.
like, like,
Hmm.
like chasing a crankbait and legitimately could have ate the crankbait. Like not like those little
Crazy.
ones where like they're getting the hook only partially in their mouth because they can't fit it.
Hmm.
Like these could have swallowed the crankbait.
Yeah.
Like
Not the amount of like that you'd feel, and you're like, get up,
no,
stop
these
playing
things
with your
were like
food.
slab, like dinner plate style
Yeah.
bluegill. It's because they're spawning right now. They're on bed. They're on.
Rock
They're
bass
doing those
is
honeycomb
food.
beds.
Yeah, I can see that. They've got the
Rock
mouth.
bass.
They
Rock
got that
bass.
mouth.
They hit fucking top water
Everything.
with with reckless abandon.
Yep.
Like they will blow up on a 120 size chopo, and then you get it to the boat, and you're like, "How is this 4 inch rock bass hooked on this chopo?" I actually, I forgot. I didn't tell you this because I forgot. I was gonna send you the clip. I almost took a frog to the face at Hortonia.
Love that for you.
I did it in front of a boater.
Oh, no, now you're making us kayakers look bad. You
This
idiot.
boat's coming down the channel, and I'm working that frog that I told you I like with the feet.
I'm listening. I was
And
reading that.
yeah,
And you were like, what?
and literally, I saw the blow up, and I set the hook, and
Mhm.
not even kidding you, it was like I just matrixed my way out as that thing went. It's on camera. I just gotta like slow it down and get the video made.
You
I
need
did
like
it
a mini
twice.
thumbnail of like the lore and like,
I did it twice that weekend. I did it once on
yeah.
Saturday and once on Sunday. I did it with a spook and that frog, and it was like mock Jesus going by my head.
The frogfish that I caught with you was the only frogfish I've caught this year, and probably will be the only frogfish I catch,
I'm
because
still mad we didn't get the doubles. I'm still
that
mad about that.
was cool. That was cool.
That was
We
the
both guessed at
coolest
the
thing.
same spot. They were like, choo, 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 our little.
Literally, we're probably 30 yards apart. We both cast. Not. This is one of those points too where neither one of us were talking. We
Yeah,
weren't
no.
communicating at this point. We both cast, and our baits converge within a 4 foot area, and we both work our baits. So our baits basically go boom, boom, blow up. Like both baits, both like simultaneous everything, like as if we had planned it. And the thing is I didn't land my fish because I was so excited watching her that I didn't pay attention and keep tension on my fish.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you better get yours in. And I'm like, fuck, I just lost mine. It was just like the most perfect timing situation ever.
We could have doubled, but we don't know it because you were off in Michael land. And that's another thing with Mike is like we would get on the water. Next thing I know, he's fucking gone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I'm here. Like I guess I'm just
So I have this
floating around.
problem with, like, it's kind of like you with the not catching fish. I have like this weird mentality of like I'm constantly searching for a pattern. So like
Yeah.
if I get on something that I think is a bite, I will go immediately fish the next thing. Even if it's when I'm fun fishing, I will go across the lake to fish a tree and then come back.
Right.
And like I actually decided what we're gonna do. I'm actually planning on buying them soon. Is when you come back up, we're gonna get walkie talkies next time.
I have them. I
We
found
should
mine. It
have
was
them. Yeah.
I have them. Yeah, I have two sets. The Motorola waterproof ones are stupid because they just randomly start picking up you talking. Like I'd be talking to the
Yeah.
camera and Soraya's walkie-talkie would be going off
Yep.
without pressing buttons. But I have other ones. They're Rit something something. They've got like a 2 mile range, which you're never going more than two. You're not fucking
Yeah.
exceeding.
No, and that's why I
So
think that's what we're gonna start doing when I do collabs with people. Because the same thing happens with bear fishing. Like I'll be fishing with him, and then no joke, it'll be like, well, I'll look up and he's fucking. Because what happens with him is he'll be fishing a tree,
right.
and then I get bored, and then I leave, and I look back, and I'm 150, 200 yards away, and he's still fishing the goddamn tree still.
That
And then
was you. I
I just
swear.
keep
I'd be
moving.
like,
Yeah.
"Where's my? Oh, I don't know." But I had a little
Man, my
orange safety
focus on
flag,
my
and
camera is awful.
bro, leave it alone. You've got 4 minutes. Calm
Fair
down.
enough.
At one point, I was like, "Why does he have a shadow?" And I realized it's your shirt. It's
I turned the overhead lights on. At this point, the quality is awful, but that's fine.
yeah.
I'm
I
probably
look
gonna
great.
upgrade that.
Everybody, just take a look at me. I look great.
I
I
think what
look
I'm
like
gonna
well.
do is I think I'm gonna roll one of my DJIs in here and just use that.
That's an idea. Oh my
But
God, what
yeah,
was I saying? Oh,
guys.
on the bodies of lake like that me and Mike fish, we don't have cell phone service sometimes. Like it's
Right.
very spotty.
None.
So walkie-talkies are a must-have. And I've also been converted from the Z-Man TRD jigs, which the hooks suck on. The wire is just it's not strong enough, to the
Hmm.
Kayatech ones. So we'll be spending more money on those next year.
I will say reaction tackle Neds are pretty solid.
Oh, I didn't even think. Never mind.
Use code Binya. Um,
Yeah, I do. I do.
they have the EWG Neds, and they also have they have the EWG, they have tungsten, and then they also have that like one with the little single metal wire. weedless
Wire.
one that the
Yeah.
Z-Man have that little single wire weed guard that you can use for like grassy areas.
Right. I
They
cut
have all
those right
three of
off.
those.
I
See,
literally just snip them.
you know what I use those specific nets for is paddle tails.
That makes sense.
So I use those for
And
like
you don't
2 inch
fish it the
paddle
way you're
tails.
supposed to.
I don't. No, I use those for like 2 inch paddle tails as like a swim bait head.
Right.
But
Outcast tackle. I'm gonna have to check out Outcast tackle because that sounds cool. Hey, listen. Mike's gonna make fun of me, but the 2 Temu jigs that I bought, they were like a hybrid with a little, feather and then the silicone body, work very well. I think I
Yep.
paid $1 or something for each, and they have a really strong hook on them. So I'm definitely gonna be picking more of those up. I feel
Yeah.
like Temu has there's things that like okay you can save some money on them, but like bobber stoppers, freaking bulk up on those things,
Yeah.
or O-rings for worms if you use them for like a wacky worm or something. You can't beat it for that price.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I know I've got a few things I've got to restock on because I've got some like plastics that I need to replace. That like I need cheap plastics for slot series tournaments and stuff like that. That I need like bulk packs and stuff like that.
good luck, Brody.
Brody, you're doing a tournament on Sunday? Is it a like a bass boat
You're not
tournament?
invited. You're not invited, Mike.
No, I'm just wondering if it's like a bass boat tournament or if it's a. I'm assuming
Brody, I wish that I was living the life you were living when I was your age, but at the same time, I love my life now. But I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
You got
Brody's. The thing is what's crazy is Brody does a lot of it from the bank too. Like,
right, Brody. If you want like a camera girl, sign me up. I'll be on your boat every day. Like Bassmaster Classics. Like, who's that? Oh, that's Brody's camera girl.
we should do that. Honestly, we should go down to Mass and fish for Bobby and try to figure out a way to like connect with Brody too at the same time.
Are we going? Is the Susky event happening for the kayak series again, or no? Do we know? For Drew?
I'm not. So they're not doing like. I don't think they're anywhere near the Northeast this year.
Why?
They change lakes every year. I haven't
Alright.
seen the 2026 schedule yet.
Right.
The problem is like I have all these like half baked ideas and then you also have all these half baked ideas and then financially neither one of us can swing it. Like I actually feel guilty because I've canceled on Bobby like 5 times.
Stop doing that. Also,
I'm like-
Bobby hit me up.
I'm like, dude, we should go fish this. We should meet up. And then I'm like, fuck. Like I was supposed to fish with him Saturday, but I realized I'm still on call for work, so I can't like go all the way down there and then not be home. So like,
I don't like that you can't be on your phone when you're at work because I call you like I'm at work and I'm like, so I want to
Yeah.
talk. I want to
yeah,
talk.
security stuff. But yeah, it's you guys got to understand it's a weird thing. It's like Janelle's like my little sister once removed over in the corner, and like she'll just like we'll be literally just I'll be fishing and then all of a sudden my phone will ring and then it's like a 3-hour random conversation, like pretty much take a Spawn podcast but without any viewers or comments. Like it's this what we do here is literally a conversation we'll have while fishing. And sometimes not even fishing. I've literally been sitting watching TV having a full-out conversation.
Those are the best kind of friends.
I think that's what I learned from your trip, honestly. Was that we have that like known each other for 20 years relationship.
Yeah. That's true.
But
That's true. And I feel like now that you've gotten the winter version and the spring version of me, you got a pretty good idea of when and when to not poke the bear because I can't help it. It's just a lot. And it's not even that bad. Just the one time Mike was talking and I remember just being like, Mike, I love you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I need you to shut the fuck up and don't talk to me while we're pedaling back to the ramp. I literally was like, I'm trying not to be an asshole right now, but I can't. I need silence. And he was like, okay. And then he drifted back behind me like 20 or 30 yards and called his wife and was like talking to her. And then I'm just pedaling freaking back.
Anger pedaling too. It was like she was probably going a good 3.5 miles an hour in a kayak designed for 2.
It's okay. My safe word now for anybody is pumpernickel. If you hear me say that word, nothing that.
Speaking of
Hi, Nikki.
speaking of the wife, right there.
If you hear me say pumpernickel, it's like it's nothing personal. It's just like back the fuck
Yeah.
up. I need a minute. Hello, Mrs. Binya.
Yeah, that's officially her name on here.
I love that.
But no, we're gonna definitely do. I'm pretty committed to coming down in the fall and like just
Okay.
camp somewhere down there if it's in your parents' driveway or a campground, whatever we decide to do at that point. But
It'll be in my parents' driveway.
honestly, I slept in the back of the truck again
Yeah.
a couple of times since I've got that set up. It's still set up.
Right.
Like I literally set it up for from when we camped. I haven't taken it down since then.
Well, here's a stupid question. How are you with couches? I mean, I have like if you're gonna be in the driveway, you might as well just sleep on the couch.
Well, that's what happened
Doesn't matter.
so when I went to Chris's, the other co-host, one of the other actual co-hosts, official co-hosts,
yeah.
when I was at his house, I ended up sleeping on his couch because it was raining so fucking hard. And when I opened up the hatch on my cap, water was running down onto my sleeping bag.
Oh no.
And I was like, yeah, this is gonna suck if I have to like sleep in here and get like I probably would have slept good with like the sound of like rain, pelting that fiberglass. Like there's something about that sound, but like
yeah, it's great.
His couch is like huge and like stupid wide and comfortable, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll just crash in the couch.
Yeah, you can I'm like, me and you were like, how can I can't whatever. I'm like, just sleep on my couch.
Yeah.
What's the wild?
That's true. I kind of want to come down there and just do, because that'll be a good time to do it, because I can fish here, but the climate's going to be better down there than it is up here at that point.
Accurate.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to do it, like, I'm not going to risk it like Bobby and drive down there and then have you potentially have ice late in the season, but I might come down, like, in the fall.
I feel like that's why Bobby hasn't been talking to me. It's because, no, I'm just kidding. I know it's
Bobby's alienating you now because of the ice deal. I actually heard on the podcast that he's going down to Jersey soon.
I haven't, to be honest, I'm sorry, but I haven't listened in a minute because I've just had so many. I've been going to my comfort music because I just can't deal with life at the moment. It's not that bad, but he hasn't told me anything. Or wait, did he tell me about it? I don't even know anymore.
I know he said he was going to fish I think he said he was going to fish the Delaware.
If he wants this back,
you still have it? That's funny.
When have I seen him?
That's true.
When am I like, oh yeah, Bobby, you in town? That we don't get ice like that. We don't get ice. Yeah. But we did that week. You can't come down. The 27th of September is the marathon, so you're not allowed to come down before then.
It would be October probably.
Okay.
When's hunting for, like, when do you go on your hunting trip?
October.
Right.
Well, October and November. So here's the thing. I haven't picked out my travels for this year, but most likely they're going to be in October. Oh. Huntington, New Jersey for archery starts the first week of September or something like that, the second week. So I'm going to be basically hunting every single freaking day. Okay. Trying to get a doe or a buck or something.
So what you're going to do is you're going to shoot your deer early, and then I'll come down and we'll do a collab. Sarah, I've foreshadowed it. That's how it's going to work out. I
shot a deer with this bullet and apparently just grazed it.
Gotcha.
Shot a deer with an arrow, and the deer ran away with it in him. No deer to be found.
That happens.
I need to start shooting now, so I'm ready for September.
That's why I stopped bow hunting, because I don't have the time to put in to dedicate the shot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel confident enough to be able to do it.
Yeah. It was a range of things. I just think, well, the first deer that I shot at and missed, I was using the wrong pin. I was using the upper pin because I was so used to shooting in my yard with my upper pin, and I fucking shot low.
Yeah.
The rifle and the shot back, I was just watching this footage back. Like, I heard that deer go, like, he grunted. He was like, ugh, like when I hit him. So it wasn't a good hit, and I don't really think it penetrated.
So I was referring to Janelle. I actually don't think I'm hunting this year.
You say you're going to get a deer every year. It's been 9 years.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think I'm even gonna hunt this year. I think what I'm actually going to
I love
do
that.
is fish until it's ice. I think I'm gonna try to make a
And
commitment,
then fish more.
and then go,
Huh.
and then I'm gonna call up my boy Mikey, and I'm gonna go down to Alabama, and I'm gonna fish with him. And the
Alabama.
crazy thing is I can actually. This is what's cool about this YouTube world that we live in is I could
Mm.
literally text Mikey and be like, "Bro, are you around?" And I could probably fly to Alabama and use his backup kayak and fish with him
Mm.
down there. If I could do that, I could drive down to Tennessee and fish with Rudd. Rudd would definitely fish with me. I could. I tried to get Rudd on today, but he's in Michigan.
You could convince Janelle to go bankrupt to go fishing with Alex Rudd. You could. Don't make that face. You could convince me. It would be bad, but I would do it.
We could. We should talk.
He just scratches his rib.
We should
Yeah.
talk. Because I
3
could come.
years.
I could swing down through.
Mhm.
Meet up with you, run down. That would be that would be something we'd have to plan vacation.
Yeah,
on,
I'm like,
'cause
that's a lot.
trip.
That's a lot. I didn't say
But
all of that. You
Alex
said
would
all of that.
fish. Like if we met him down there, he would fish with us.
Yeah.
There's no. I've already talked to him about it,
Right.
but it's just a matter of getting down there. I have a cousin that lives in Tennessee, so we could probably stay at my cousin's house.
Meet the beard before me, she'll be pissed. Why isn't Nikki just the third non-co-host? You should just be like
Yeah, she's like the moderator co-host just in the chat. Yeah. No,
that.
Rudd's. I'm actually mad because Wolf of Walmart got to hang out with Rudd.
Don't be mad. Get glad.
I'm not really mad, but he was. Yeah, but he was hanging out with Wendell Fishing, Wolf of Walmart. So it was Wolf of Walmart, Wendell Fishing, Rudd, John from Creek Fishing Adventures. Like all those guys were hanging out
without you.
Without me.
Oh, Mike.
So
why?
I might try to go to the Columbus Expo next year. Because that's where a lot of those like Drew Gregory and all those guys go.
Right.
I'm thinking about talking to Zach and see if I can like help him in the booth or something to have an excuse to go.
Yes, congratulations, Nikki. 7 days.
Yeah.
7 days.
That's why I'm off on Juneteenth to go to her graduation.
I will be working 7 days. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Congratulations. I don't have anything here. I don't have any confetti. Oh, wait, I've got sawdust.
You've got sawdust.
Yay! Yeah, I've got sawdust.
Yeah, this is what it's
that?
like. It gets worse as the day goes on. So we're gonna do the next podcast at probably the end of July. Unless I find a cool guest between now and then we might get a bonus episode. But the plan, like I said, guys, is to go monthly because honestly we were running out of topics to talk about and I was kind of busy and I didn't want to give you guys like a half-assed effort. So
sawdust and glitter. Accurate.
But we will be definitely back.
Oh look, that's like a plastic curl. That's like confetti-esque.
So you said you're planning on. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Ready?
Good luck.
You said you're trying to do a video a month.
Yes.
Do you have a video ready to come out for June?
Yes. I think it's is it our video or is it the next video after that? Did our camping video come out?
One of them did. That was a cool edit. I like that edit. That was actually fun.
I like that you like that edit. He's like, I like that edit. And I was like, oh, thanks.
She like called me out on shit. And
that's what I do.
She even called me out on my like most painful moment of 2025 when I threw the fucking smallmouth back into the lake. But I've changed nets 3 times since then. So I bought a new net and hated it. And I took the netting material off of it and put it on my other net handle. Nice. Because I didn't like the weight of the net that I bought, but I like the material of because it's the like big honeycomb silicone net instead of the nylon net.
Yeah.
I like it because the treble hooks don't get all tangled when the fish freaks
It
out in
is.
the net.
It is
But
very
the
nice.
handle was so freaking heavy
Hmm.
that I was like exhausted after doing that slot series tournament. I couldn't lift the freaking net anymore. It was so heavy.
I hate the long handle. As you guys, if you watch this video, I drove 285 miles to catch this fish.
Yeah,
I did not. That's the first like kayak net job in I think ever that it's gotten
it,
out of the net and then put back
it was
into the net.
awful. It was impressively awful.
I'll give you this. So I've got my literally the thumbnail is me holding this right here. Can you see the
Yep.
I got the rifle hunting, the rifle season video coming out. I've got another bus video coming out. I've got the black pack video, and then the ice fishing fail in New Jersey video coming out. So they're not in any particular order. I
No.
don't give a shiza.
You know, I've started to not carry there. The only thing that
I
I'm putting in order right now is like if I'm practicing for a tournament, then I put that in
Yeah,
the same month as the tournament
yeah.
because that makes sense. But you guys will actually notice if you guys have been paying attention, and I don't think you guys have because no one's called me out on it. The Breaking Bomo series was recorded in 2024, and no one has called me out on the fact that I'm fishing out of my old town in that video. Matter of fact, one of the guys in my trail goes, "Dude, that's why you didn't catch fish at Bombazine. You were beating up your fish before the tournament." I'm like, "This was 7 months ago, bro."
Well, the funny thing is, I'll put a date like April whatever 2023, and people be like, they'll say
Yeah,
something
Michael
stupid, and I'm
Bradley.
like,
I was actually thinking about hooking up with Bailey too. So
yeah, let's just hook up with everybody.
I know I have a lot of cell phone numbers in my phone. My phone looks like weird. My wife calls it their animal name though because I have like Rudd, I have Bear, I have Bobby Roast Beef. Like I have all these like named Wolf of Walmart. I have them under Wolf.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like if I actually use their real name, like if I call Wolf of Walmart Dave, she's like, "Who the fuck is Dave?" She's like, "You need to use their
Yep.
animal name. I don't know their real
I
name."
have to call you Binya because I have a Mike down here that I hang out with now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Binya, and I'm like, the Vermont guy.
There's so many people that I got recognized on Hortonia.
Nice.
It sounds really stupid and
That's a
like
big moment.
it's a weird moment. Like
Hmm.
I like literally had somebody yell to me from a dock and I was like, how do you like they like oh like they were talking to me and then like they're like, "You're the guy with the podcast, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah, dude, we watch your show." And then two people joined my kayak trail because of my podcast.
Well, welcome. Hi. I don't know if I was with him on that day, but probably not.
No, it was more recent, but
Ah, got you. But yeah, like I'll put dates on videos, and then people will like make a stupid comment about whatever, and I'm like, this was filmed back. That's why I dated it. So I don't know
yeah,
what
the
you're
only
not putting together.
the only videos you'll see in a timely manner for me is ice fishing videos. I'm not going to release an ice fishing video in July because that doesn't make sense.
I am, so
You probably are.
I
But
might change it.
other than that, my videos are gonna be honestly. I'm at the point now because I fish so much that
Mm,
like videos that I'm making this weekend are slated for September.
yeah.
Like they're
Well,
that far ahead.
I'm only doing one a month. I've got four, so yeah, the ice fishing one it's gonna be pushing it, and
Yeah.
so we'll see. I don't have any that I'm close to being finished right now, so the order of that can change, but I'm just like going through like some of them I already have mostly edited. Then I have to
Right.
figure out what hard drive because when you pull it up, it's like file not located. And I'm like, all right, what hard
Hmm.
drive is this on? So then I'm trying to like piece that together. So I've got four videos. So for the next 4 months, you guys can check
Cool.
them out. I've got this knife project. I've got this knife project because this knife tip broke. I've got the kayak trailer. A lot of projects. A lot of projects. Maybe not some merch for you guys, but I want to put my name and my logo on some stuff. And then definitely like I think the marathon video is going to be more of like a film documentary style thing. That's what I'm going for. So
When
look
you when
forward to
you when
that.
you do name and logo stuff, let me know
Why?
because I'm pro staff for
That was creepy.
Ninja Customs.
When you do name, I have a cricket.
True, the cricket works too.
I have a
Actually,
cricket.
I might have to. I might have a job for you for that too. Um, I might have you make me something too.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll probably end it in a few minutes here. But one thing I'm going to throw out there for everybody that made it this far into the video: next episode, I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm giving away a Omnia Pro membership.
I should have wore this the whole time.
I have
An Omnia Pro membership? Wait, I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
So I bought, I will admit, I'm going to be completely transparent. I bought a reel that came with an Omnia Pro membership. I already have one. So I'm going to give that code away I'm going to do a drawing next episode. So be on the lookout for the next episode. And, we're going to actually literally do a drawing at a random point throughout the episode. So you'll have to stay to wait for that. I'm going to be doing some other giveaways at some point soon, because I'm not going to lie, I've got a lot of stuff that I could probably give away at this point. So
probably. Also,
maybe we should actually give away the thing that we already promised to give away, because Janelle's going to get the information.
Adam, I swear to God, I am the non-co-host co-host. It's not on me.
I can send you. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, send me all your vinyl. Also, happy freaking Pride. I know, I haven't had this out this whole time. Happy Pride, motherfuckers!
Is it this month?
It's this month, you dumb bitch.
I don't know.
I should have a Pride flag behind me, but I don't actually own one. I just have
You of all people know that, like, I'm the most universally accepting person on the planet, but I'm also very unaware of, like, holidays and celebration stuff.
This should have been my face for this whole thing. Should just this thing talking. It's Pride, y'all! Happy mother.
So you should be successful in the apps then.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So if you're out there, look her up on the apps. Hit her up. If you're under, what was it 5'3"?
5'4", 5'3", yeah.
Okay, so if you're under 5'3", you like the outdoors.
You don't have to love the outdoors. Listen, we can do it. The next episode could just be. Thank you, Nikki. The next episode could just be me talking about what I'm looking for.
No, you have to like the outdoors, because then if you get someone that doesn't like the outdoors, then I lose out on all these collabs, because they won't understand why you want to take 10 days to go fish with some dude in Vermont.
That will never change.
I will admit, I will say, we'll probably end it on this note and since she's in here, I'll suck up a little bit, is you can't do this content creation world without a very understanding spouse, because you have to think about the fact that, guys, when Janelle was up here, I literally just fucked off for a weekend and went and fished with Janelle. She spent the night at my house for winter time to watch the Super Bowl.
What?
Hadn't met my wife at all, and literally came and hung out at the house to watch the Super Bowl. I literally passed out on the couch, so it was Janelle and my wife hanging out watching the Super Bowl while I was sleeping on the couch.
Right.
You have to have a supportive spouse to be able to do this stuff, because I just literally say, hey, I'm gonna go last weekend, for example, leave at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and not come home till dark on Sunday.
Yeah, well, Nikki is like a godsend. She's like you're like a whole other entity. I don't think I'll get that lucky, but if I could just get a fraction. You know what, Nikki? I'll send her to you. You train her.
Yeah, train her up.
Get her ready.
Show her how to be a supportive spouse.
But you said she has to like the outdoors. She doesn't have to like it. She has to understand and support it. I obviously would like to do cute little trips with, my family and my wife and whatever when that time comes. But I don't need you up my ass. I don't need to be like, I'm going fishing, and you're like, let's go, and I'm
I could not be in another one of those relationships where it was like, you have to, the guys in my chat that are like, oh, I have to see if it's okay with the wife if I go fishing. And I'm going to say this right now, and my wife will totally understand, so don't think that she's going to be mad at me saying this. If I want to go fucking fishing, I'm going fishing. It's not a permission thing, but it is the wife accepts the fact that she knows that fishing is my, Prozac, and I need to do it in order to have the mental health to be able to survive.
Right.
But also, if I want to go for a weekend, I'm going for a weekend.
Yeah, well, for me, it's more of do we have anything on the schedule for this weekend? Because I don't remember dates like
that.
So it's not a permission, more of do we have anything, Josh? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Speaking of collaborations.
Heyo!
Bear fishing.
Hey, Bear. What up, my guy?
I'm literally. He's in here as Dinkmaster, as a matter of fact. So that's his name on there. I might be
I don't
doing
know
the
if
collab
he's
next weekend.
I don't know if he's watching, but Bear, I swear to God, I'm not avoiding you. Like every time that you're like, we're gonna go fishing and Bear's gonna whatever, and then I like had to
You
leave early
always
and
end up bailing right before for whatever reason you have
that's
something
not
going
true.
on.
Saturday was never the day for you. That last Saturday that I had during the spring was always meant for me
True.
to go straight to Henry's. So that was your fault for scheduling Bear on a Saturday. It's all his fault, Adam.
True.
It's all his fault. He didn't get the prize to I forget who won it, but that's Mike's fault. Mike. It's Mike's fault.
My fault. So
Happy Pride.
we'll end it on my fault.
Oh
So yeah, guys, we'll be back next month. I will put a release out when we're gonna do it. I will tell you, I don't release videos the week of 4th of July.
Oh.
I don't get views, so don't be shocked when you don't see anything that week. The tournament is the 20th, so I'm probably gonna try to do the podcast after that week, because then that way I can tell you guys. In a way, it's weird to say this because I've kind of come full circle on it. I'm probably going to do tournament recaps on the spawn about how I did the tournament, even though I put the video out, because I feel like the people that watch this will watch the video regardless. So I'm not like giving away anything. You guys will want to watch it anyways. But and yeah, we're gonna kind of fill you in on stuff that's happened in Janelle's life. We'll see how many, right swipes and left swipes she's had since the last video.
How many
And,
swipes does it take to get a date?
Yeah.
That's what it should be called.
Yeah.
I'll have the clicker in one hand. I'll be like, yes.
We'll have like
no.
a date meter at the top of the podcast. Like, this is how many unsuccessful dates she's been on since the.
I'm trying to be like progressively like, hey, like you're cute. Like let's together. Like I don't really. I'm good at small talk, but I'd rather just sit down with you in person, even though it terrifies me at the same time. It's just better.
Me and you have the same mental problem, and that is the social battery.
Well, I didn't say I'm going on all 50 dates in one
No,
day.
but what I'm saying is, like, me and you have that same problem where we're extremely outgoing and social until we're not. And once you hit that till you're not stage, then the world can fuck right off, and I'm done, and I'm shut down. And that's the problem when me and you get together. Sometimes both of us hit that stage at the same time, and then we're just not talking.
Yep. Well, think about this. For 4 days straight, I was at my aunt's house, slept over there, helping her ice her knee, get everything she needs, make sure she's doing her rehab. People in and out, in and out. And then today's like my second day that I've actually been home. But then my mom was like, "You need to go over there," and I was like, I need to do something other than that. Like I can't pumpernickel. Like,
right.
like just wanted to scream it, but my mom worked, so I couldn't just be like, yeah, no, I had to go over there. So It's fine. Everything's fine. Tomorrow is Friday. I'll have the day to myself until about 4 when everybody gets home. So I'll take advantage.
Fishing.
But I don't want to be. No, fishing. It's too icky outside.
Go early.
I don't like the early.
Oh, I know. I woke her up
a couple of times. Because I've gotten up every time you've made me get up.
Yeah, but you have, like, the dragon lady face when you get out of bed and wake up and go fishing.
I do.
You're like, I will murder you if you talk to me in the face.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm your non-co-host co-host. That's Vinya Outdoors. This is the Spawn Podcast.
And we are gone. Bye, guys.
Bye.